Welcome to my channel. How are you all, friends? As we know that population and global warming is a big alarm bell for us. Humans can face so many problems due to this that we cannot even imagine. An attempt has been made to show this thing very well in this movie. Friends, this movie was made in 1973. People of that time had predicted that in 2022, the population will increase a lot and the natural resources will be completely exhausted. Now, after hearing this, don't say this. It seems that nothing like this has happened in 2022. In fact, friends, it was only the people of 1973 who had guessed that if current government policies, etc., are not made, then such a situation could happen in 2022. So, in this movie, we were shown the time of 2022, where the population has increased so much that it has become very difficult for the people to arrange for food and shelter, and also due to global warming, all the natural resources have been exhausted. Now, no matter how much farming one does, crops still grow. No, but as we know that, why should the world turn upside down? Unless God does something, no one can harm them. The same thing has been shown in the movie. Rich people live in luxurious buildings located in distant cities. They live there. They get everything easily. Even if the world goes hungry, they don't care about anything. Hey, the introduction has become too long. Let's start quickly. Then the movie starts with a scene from New York 2022, where the population has crossed 40 million, due to which riots keep happening every day. People are surviving on whatever they get by snatching from each other. In the same city, a detective named Edward, along with his assistant Solomon, friends, Edward is also very close to him. He also does not have proper food items, yet the poor guy is surviving on those things. Then Edward's eyes fall on the TV where the governor is informing all the people of the city about his company. It is telling about a new product, whose name is Soul and Green. A lot of nutrition has been put in it, after eating which a person will get strength. Now, friends, there is no food, etc. Hence, these are the slants given to the people by the government. It also comes in many flavors, but the green one is the latest one. The governor believes that by eating a little Soul and Green one will not feel hungry throughout the day. Now Edward leaves for his job, which is just outside his house. Many people are sleeping like abandoned people because no one has a home to stay. They sleep wherever they can get a place. On the other hand, in the market, we see a man named Donovan, friends, who gives betel nut to a goon named Max. That you have to take the life of a man named Simon. And Max also agrees. Simon, friends, is very rich, who lives in a building in the city. But we are about to find out why he was given the shift. Whereas in the darkness of the night, Max avoids all the traps. They go to Simon's room, and seeing that Simon's condition is worsening, Max says that Tono One has given him a betel nut to kill you. They do not want any trouble to arise in the future. Having said this, friends, he takes Simon's life. Just like Simone's sudden death creates panic, no one could understand who could kill her. Hence, the responsibility of solving this case is given to Edward, so that Edward can find out who actually killed Simone. To get information about Lee and why this is his life, Edward comes to Simone's building, where he learns from the security guard that the CCTV in Simone's room had been switched off for some time, and this had never happened before. But after this, friends, Edward goes to Simone's house. After coming there, he meets Simone's bodyguard, whose name is Team, and Simone as prostitute Mary. Friends, actually Mary is not the kind of prostitute who goes to clubs, etc. The guy has made a building with every room, right? Every person who buys a house will have a girl in that room who will serve him, etc. High quality facility, friends, because only rich people used to live in this building. And there is all the entertainment for their entertainment. Friends, like this prostitute. Now, after talking to Dean and Mary, Edward comes to know that when Simone died, both of them had gone to the market, which prostitutes and her bodyguard Team. After hearing this, Edward gets surprised as to how both of them went to the market together. There is something wrong here. He searches the whole house thoroughly, but he doesn't find anything special there. But the things in the house were very luxurious, so he bought a pillow. Edward would fill the tomb with whatever food items he liked so that he could get some benefit from it. Now, after coming home, Edward shows the survey report to Solomon, which was from Soul and Company, and that survey report was from Simon. Edward tells him to look at it carefully and understand whether any hole can be found through it. The meaning of Simon's murder. Edward also shows him some food items which contain meat and fruits, etc. Seeing it, Solomon, friends, tears well up in his eyes because he had seen these things after many years. Otherwise, poor Solon was living his life by eating. Really, friends, his condition is very bad. Next day is Tuesday. On this day, there is a market. There's a lot of crowd in this place, because on this day, some water and some solvent is given to the people by the government, and that too, at a hefty price. Friends, the things bought on this day only. People spend the whole week to buy those things. Solomon is also waiting in line. Here Edward comes to Tom's house to inquire, but look, he is not there, but there is a girl present in the house, friends, who lives with the Team. And at home, she has a lot of expensive things, like rice, etc. are seen. which poor people cannot afford to buy. Friends, the team is that rich, otherwise. How did it get all these things? Also, the girl who is present in the team's house is eating strawberry jam, whose price, friends, is $300, and after seeing all these things, with the team, Edward becomes suspicious that there must be something wrong with the doll, or the entire doll is adulterated, so we will have to find out. After coming home, Solomon tells Edward, listen, according to the survey report, Simon was a board member of Solon Company. After all, despite being a board member of such a big company, why was he killed? I am not able to understand. Well, today I am going to meet my old friends. I will also show them this report. Maybe they will get to know something, because these reports are very confidential. On this, Edward says, look, friend, whatever you do, just keep helping me in solving this case. Friends, like Edward comes out of the house, doesn't he? He feels that someone is following him. Now he is surprised to know who it is. Edward immediately tells everything to his senior hatcher over the phone, and also says that I suspect Tom. She must be Simone. Somehow, Donovan arrives at Hatcher's office. Friends, the person who had given the contract to kill Simon has come here to close Simon's case. Friends, Donovan is also a solvent. He is a board member of a company. That company is very big, hence, even the police, etc., are not able to avoid talking about the board members of that company. That is why Hatcher agrees to close the case on his request. Here, Edward interrogates Mary again, where she tells that a month ago he seemed to have changed a lot. He even went to a father for his confession. Friends, in Christianity, the father of the church is given a lot of importance if someone does something wrong or about something. If he is feeling guilty, then he should go to his father. They go and tell them all the condition of their hearts, so that the father can bless them, so that it is possible that the sins of the person who has done wrong can be washed away from one side, and to do the same. Simon had also gone to a father a month ago. Hearing this, Edward immediately goes to the father to find out why he had come there for confession. But after reaching there, he finds the father very upset because thousands of poor people come here every day. But it is the father's responsibility to take care of those who come. He tells Edward that, look, right now I am in no condition to talk. Come tomorrow morning. There will not be many people at that time, so we can talk comfortably at that time. Edward too. Friends, the standard goes now see, as soon as Edward comes to the office, Hatcher asks him to sign a paper in which it is written that from now on, Simon's case is being closed, but Edward flatly refuses to do so. Sir, I am like this. I can't do it at all. I have gathered a lot of information, and I have come very close to solving this case, so I will not leave this case under any circumstances. Having said this, friends, he goes away in anger. On the other hand, he is Donovan, meets the governor and tells him everything that Edward is not ready to leave the case. Edward even went to meet that father. We have to stop him by any means, otherwise we will be completely trapped. The governor says that this must happen. Say and kill both of you, neither the bamboo will remain nor the flute will play. This means, friends, both governor and Don Man together got them killed, but why they did, this is going to be known soon, after which, on the request of Donovan, Thomas goes to father. Friends, that is Edward. As suspicion turns out to be absolutely correct. The team is also an equal partner in Simon's murder. He killed the father, and now it is Edward's turn. The next day is Tuesday again, so there is a huge amount of people in the market. Solent, and due to the presence of so many people who have come to buy water, etc., the Solent gets exhausted, due to which more than half of the people are left empty-handed. The policemen also tell the people that, look, the Solent is over, so you guys come next week. Friends, after hearing this, people get angry, and their crowd becomes uncontrollable. They start rioting and say that we want Solon at any cost. We will not be able to stay for a week. And they were also right. Friends, there is very little food and drink to be had for a week, otherwise people will definitely die. So friends call the police force there, so that people can be chased away. Taking advantage of the same crowd, Max comes there, who had killed Simon. Friends Duban had given him a beetle nut to kill Edward too. So Max tries to shoot Edward, but due to the crowd being too large, he misses his aim. But what happens is that now Edward sees Max, but until he sees him while catching Max, he gets killed under the bulldozer. Friends, the bulldozer was brought here so that the whole crowd could be dumped in the bulldozer, because the police had no other option left to drive away the crowd, so they became ruthless. The rioters were killing people and taking them out of the city to be dumped, and seeing this, all the remaining people started running away from there. Really, friends, these people are living their lives with great suffering. Now, in the next scene, Solomon he meets his friends and shows them the same survey report, seeing which they are completely surprised as to where Solomon got it from. They tell him that we are ourselves finding out who killed Simon, because as far as we think, Simon must have come to know about Solon's dark truth, and the rest of the members of Solon Company felt that Simon might bring out Solon's dark truth. That is why they killed him. We know about that dark truth, but we needed confirmation that as we have a doubt whether he is right or wrong, and if what we say is right, then we can complain about it in the National Council so that the government will help us in shutting down the Solon Company. Friends, what dark truth is being talked about here? Just a moment. You will know after some time that when Edward comes home, he finds a note written by Solomon saying that I am going to my real home. Now hearing this, Edward gets scared and comes running to the hospital. Friends, hospitals provide such facilities in which a person can commit suicide, meaning that if a person is full of life, then he can decide to kill himself by going to the hospital. Due to this, his acquaintances also get some money, after which the dead person can be buried. The body is sent to the dump. So Solomon is also going to give up his life. As soon as Edward reads this, he runs to Solomon and tries to explain to him why he is doing this. Solomon says, look, friend, I have lived my life. Now I don't want to live anymore, but yes, even after death, I will definitely support you in solving your case. After death, go where my body will be dumped. You will know everything. After saying this, friends, poor Solomon dies. Now Edward is watching all the bodies being taken from the hospital to where they are dumped. Then he secretly enters inside a truck carrying the bodies. Through that truck, they go to a plant on the edge of the city where all the bodies were being kept. The people brought from the riots were also brought here after being killed by friends, and from what Edward comes to know here, then everyone's senses are raised because Solon Green was not being made from anything else but from the bodies of dead people. All the people who die are dumped here and their Solon Green is made, and when Solon Green starts ending, if yes, then people are killed by force from other sisters, just like the people who were rioting were killed in the wee hours. This is the dark truth of Solo and Company. Friends, as soon as Simone came to know about it, she must have raised her voice against it because only the green ones, not the other flavors, are made from human bodies, and when the governor and the others feared that Simon might expose them, they got him killed, and now they are after Edward because he too Solon's dark truth is over. Just as Edward is about to tell Solomon's friends that their suspicions were true, Tom arrives there with his goons. All these friends had come here with the sole intention of killing Edward. He also tries to fight them and shoots and kills many people, but even then he gets shot. But friends, he does not lose courage and takes the life of the team too, after which Hatcher and other policemen reach there. Edward tells Hatcher that he should tell Solomon's friends that their suspicions are true and they will take care of it themselves. Hatcher says, yes, I will tell, but it is important for you to go to the hospital too. So the rest of the policemen take Edward to the hospital, but on the way, Edward is just shouting that don't eat Solon Green, it is made from the bodies of poor people like us. Having said this, friends, the director cheated us and ended this movie here. Rest of you make any comment on the director. If you want, then you can do it. Rest will meet you in the next video. Take care. And finally, thanks for watching.